All right, this next section we're talking about data. All right, we're focusing on data analysis. So we're going to use Excel to help us analyze data. All right, so the first thing we want to look at is this data set. So this data set is wages. It comes from wages, or data set of individuals with wages back in the early 1980s. So you see a wage of 3.1, that means they earn $3.10 an hour. So be appreciative for inflation because you would not want to earn that today. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is filtering the data. So if we go to data and click on this button filter, that allows us then to filter the data. So we can do a couple things. We can sort the data, smallest to largest. We can sort it largest to smallest. All right, so we can do all of that with the data in terms of sorting. Now sorting can also be done if we click off the filter. If I highlight all the data, I go to sort, I can then sort wage smallest to largest. So there's different ways we can sort the data. But filtering does more than just sort. So one thing I look at filtering is I can look at education and it'll tell me the values that education takes. So it takes a value of 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can filter the data and look at individuals who have at least 12 years of education. So I deselect all, and I want to click on people with 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years of education. I click OK, and now it'll show me the data for individuals with at least 12 years of education. And so that's pretty helpful to look at, so I know the individuals that are high school graduates in this case. So I can filter the data that way. I can also filter it not just those with 12 years of education, but I can also look at those individuals who are female. So this is a variable, it takes on one if they're a female, I click OK. And now my data is only the female individuals that have a high school diploma or greater. So that's how we can go about filtering the data. And it's very helpful to look at. So if I want to ask the question, how many individuals have no years of work experience? Okay, so if I want to clear the filter on all of these, and you notice that if there's a filter on it, it'll have this little filter sign, all right, like a funnel. So I clear all filters, so I look, all the variables have been cleared. So I want to see how many respondents have no years of education. So I go to education, I'm going to deselect all, I'm going to click on 0, I click OK, and there I can see I have two individuals, individual number 380 and 504, that have no years of education. So I can answer questions all to that extent. So that's how I use the filter button, and it's actually very helpful. So if I want to look at what is the range of wages in the data set, the other thing I can look at is come here to the wage, and it looks like the lowest wage is 53 cents, and then the highest wage is $25. So that helps me understand the wage. So that's how we use the filter button.